Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well and to the start of your week. And so today I want to share with you a little bit of science, a little bit of findings that you can use to increase the performance of your team, yourself, the people around you. And so if you've been following me for a while, you know the next play, and the next play is all about having one laser focus and not worrying about the past mistakes, past decisions, past choices, or worrying about future results or future success or failure or what have you, right? It's about staying in the present. It's about staying focused on the play in front of you. And so, you see this in sports games all the time when, they're like, the quarterback if he comes out onto the field and he thinks about the last play, he's not going to do well. He just needs to focus on the next play. You hear this all the time. And so, we really brought it into what it is today, which is a full-blown brand. And so what happens is when you're able to focus on the most important play in front of you, and as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, it's one of the most challenging things to do because you have so many things you can do. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, and this is something that I've had challenged with in the past as well. And so the question you have to ask yourself is, what is the most important task or focus for you that's going to get closer to the end result that you're looking for, right? And so that seems obvious. Okay, so let's say we know what that is, or we're kind of clear. There's never going to be a perfect right or wrong, but let's say you've got that. Now what happens is when you're so laser focused on this thing, you get into a state of flow, okay? And if you haven't read the book, I highly suggest it. I actually read it in a weekend, but if you really want to get all the concepts of it, you need to probably read it multiple times and not so fast. But I've read it multiple times. And so in sports, we call it the zone, right? It's like when time stands still, or it goes so fast, or you don't have to think to take action. Your body just takes action, right? You're so prepared. You're so, you're just so skilled at something. And the challenge and skill are what the two terms are. There's an equilibrium between the two, between it's not too challenging and it's not outside your skill box. And when you're in that state, you're in a state of flow. It's really powerful. And so I'll never forget when we won our first game in school history. I made the game-winning catch, and I can still see the ball in the air to this day. And that was 18 years ago. I still see the ball in the air. It was so slow. The ball just stood in the air, and I just plucked it out of the air. And I watched the highlight not that long ago, and the guys were way bigger than me, way faster than me, but I had ran by all of them. The ball was in the air, and I snagged it and made the catch. And it was because I was in flow. I was in that state. And what they found is they did a study of over 5,000 executives over a 10-year period. And when you're in that state of flow, you increase your performance by over 500%. And to put that in perspective, that means you would only have to go to work 1 day a week when everybody else would have to go to work 5 days. Now, I'm not saying to do that, but that's the perspective of how much you can increase your performance by getting yourself and staying in that state of flow. And that's what the power of Next Play does, is it gets you in that state of flow, and then you got to stay there. And so that's why our whole accountability system that we created is designed for leaders to keep the people in your team constantly, consistently, and as frequently as possible in that state of flow to drastically increase their performance, right? And so the play is always going to be what's the equilibrium between challenge and skill, And then how can we help our team members not only choose that play, but take action on it? And it's so simple when you only have one. When you have too many plays, it's impossible. And that's when people get overwhelmed and they end up probably quitting, right? Or just losing interest altogether. So I'm actually going to be holding a live masterclass on Thursday, and I'm going to be breaking this down step by step by step by step. So if you're in any type of leadership role and you would like to be able to hold your team accountable to their potential every single week, if you want to hold them accountable to their next play every single week, then this masterclass is going to absolutely blow you away. I'm going to share actual case studies of what we've done with hundreds of people and all of our clients, and that you can use to execute this. Because if you think about it, if you can increase the performance of everyone on your team by 500%, at least 1 hour a day, what would that do for you? And then make it 2, 3, 4, and all the way to 8. And that's the power of Next Play. So I'm really excited about this. This Thursday, June 2nd at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time. It will be live. I'll put the link below this video, and I look forward to seeing you there.